Today, the islands of Hawaii is a popular tourist destination. Visitors from the United States, Europe, and all over the world come here for the beautiful weather, the perfect beaches, and fascinating culture. Americans come to Hawaii for honeymoons and exotic destinations, but many people forget that Hawaii is a part of the United States. It became the 1550 state in 1959. However, Hawaii doesn't look or feel like a part of the United States. The people, language, stories, and culture of Hawaii reveal a mysterious story of immigration and settlement. We'll investigate this history tonight. The first stop of our trip is at the University of Hawaii. Dr. Emily Hitchen is an expert on the immigration to Hawaii. So, Dr. Hitchen, who are the native people in this island? The one thing we know about native Hawaiians is that they are not really native to Hawaii. They came from somewhere else. Where did they come from? That's interesting questions. The first European to find Hawaii was a famous English explorer, Captain James Cook. He arrived in Hawaii in 1778 and he noticed that the native people were similar to other people he had seen in other islands of Polynesia. And Polynesia refers to a number of islands in the South Pacific Ocean, right, including the islands of Hawaii as well as New Zealand, Tahiti, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, and the Cook Islands, which was named after Captain Cook. So, what do Hawaiians have in common with other Polynesians? Well, one way to find the origins of an immigrant group is to look at their language. Languages exist in families just like people. So if you find two languages that are related, brother, sister, for example, you can guess that they have the same parent. Although most Hawaiians today speak English, there is the native Hawaiian language. Cook noticed, and modern linguists have confirmed that the Hawaiian language is related to other Polynesian languages. This suggests that the languages come from the same place and that the Hawaiian people came from another Polynesian island. We don't know exactly where, but one idea is that they came from Tahiti. Of course, there's only one problem with that theory. Tahiti is 2,000 miles from Hawaii by sea. The story of settlement of Hawaii is truly remarkable. According to some experts, the first immigrants to Hawaii from Tahiti and other islands arrived around the year 400. That's 1300 years before the first non-European contact with Hawaii. The first Polynesian fishermen and explorers built canoes, simple boats, with the most basic materials. To find out more about these people, we spoke with John Brooks, the director of the Hawaiian History Museum. The Polynesians probably built their boats from tree trunks. We think that they would chop down a tree and then cut the canoe from the stem of the tree. Then they used coconut fibers and tree sap to fill holes. The brilliant part of the construction was the idea to tie two trees together to form a double canoe. Again, with wood and coconuts. This made the boats more stable so that they could travel their huge distance. But how did these earlier migrants navigate? How did they find way to Hawaii without getting lost? These explorers had amazing knowledge of navigation. They used the sun, the stars, the winds. They memorized distance and directions. They sailed across thousands of miles of empty sea. It's an amazing achievement. There's another source of information that's about the first people of Hawaii, the stories, the myths, and legends of Hawaiian people themselves. According to Hawaiian tradition, the father of Hawaiian Islands was a man called Hawaiialo. He was born on an island far from we now know as Hawaii, but Hawaiialo was a famous fisherman and he traveled across the sea. One day he discovered an island with many trees, fruits, and vegetables. He gave the island his name Hawaii and brought his wife and children to live with him. To this day, some of these other islands in the Hawaii group of islands carry the names of Hawaii's lost family members coming up on mass migrations, we look at some research that might lead to new theory of how Hawaiian islands were populated.